Hi, I am Dr. D. Muniswamy, Assistant Professor of Economics, Babu Jagjeevan Ram Government Degree College, Narayanaguda, Hyderabad, which is affiliated to Usman University, Hyderabad, Telangana. Okay, today we will discuss brief note on the inflation. So, what is inflation, and what are the types of the inflation, and what are the theories are there related to the inflation, and what are the problems of the inflation, that is the benefits, that is merits and demerits of the inflation, and how can we measure the inflation, and what are the solution, and what are the measures taken by the government to reduce the inflation. So this type of the things we can discuss here. Okay, inflation nothing but the continuously increasing in the price level is known as inflation. Okay, see, the inflation nothing but it is not a high rate, high level of the prices. The inflation nothing but the prices are changing continuously. It may be high level or low level, but it should be changes continuously. It should be increases continuously. So if the prices are changing the continuously, this may be known as the inflation. Okay, here the when we are talking about this inflation, particularly during the inflation, the value of the money is going to be decreases. The quantity of the money, that is the money supply among the people, are going to be increases. Okay, since the quantity of the money among the people are going to be increases, money is going to be increases, then the automatically when the quantity of the money increases among the people, the purchasing power of the people also going to be increases. When the purchasing power increases, automatically the demand will increase for the goods and services. When the demand increases for the goods and services, automatically there is a chance to increase the price level. If that price increases, that continuously is known as the inflation. So that's why during the inflation, so many things will happen like that. The value of the money going to be decreases, and the quantity of the money going to be increases. The prices are increasing continuously. This is the things. So according to Professor Kent, the inflation is going to be divided into four categories. That is a creeping inflation, that is a walking inflation, so that is running inflation, that is hyperinflation. And also the J.M. Keynes he discussed about the inflation in the name of the true inflation or real inflation, particularly after the achieving the full employment in the country. If the prices will increase, that is called for a real inflation, which was discussed by the J.M. Keynes. And the J.M. Keynes also discussed about the inflationary gap, where there is a differences between aggregate demand and aggregate supply. Whenever there is a gap between aggregate demand and aggregate supply, automatically what will happen? So because of that gap, the prices will increase. So that's why to control the prices, that gap, whatever the gap is there between aggregate demand and aggregate supply, that should be decreased. Okay, so that should be decreased. If that decreases, automatically there is a chance to control the inflation. Okay, so particularly in our country, the inflation is measuring based on the WPI, that is wholesale price index, and consumer price index. Wholesale price index and consumer price index, these are the two important indicators are using to estimate the what is called inflation in our country. Okay, so to control the inflation, there are so many things are taken by the government. One side the governments are behalf of the government, the central banks are taking the monetary policy. Implementing the monetary policy, the central banks will try to control the money supply among the people. By controlling money supply, the purchasing power of the people will decreases. Then automatically the prices are going to be decreases. That is one side. On another side, the government will take directly ensure the fiscal policy. So through this fiscal policy, the government may monitor through controlling the taxes or imposing or decreasing the taxes. Inflation may be changes, and on other side the giving the subsidies and the expenditure, imports, controlling the exports. By doing all these things, the government may be controlling the inflation.